Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a very fun project for you guys doing a shadow box card. So you can see here that I've created a regular full-size card, but when you open it you have a little shadow box in there. And then I've done some stamping on each side, so it's a very fun and easy technique that I'm going to show you today. Of course, I've also coordinated my envelope, and we're using just some fun spring colors as I try to continue to will spring my way here in Illinois. So let's jump in with our products, and then we'll show you how to create this. So I'm using a piece of lemon lime twist. We're going to do the opposite colors on the one for the video. So the original I did mango melody for the base. Now we're going to do lemon lime twist, and this is 10.5 by 5.5. I have two pieces of whisper white that are 3.25 by 5.25. I have a piece of mango melody that is 1 by 5.25. I have a piece of basic black that is 3 by 4.25, and another piece of whisper white that is 2 3/4 by 4. So these pieces are going to go on the front of our card, and this will actually make up the base and the inside panels. I am using two Stampin' Blends. We're using light Granny Apple Green and light Pumpkin Pie. We're going to use our rectangle stitched framelets. And then the stamp sets that I am using are Beauty Abounds and Swirly Frames. And then we're also going to put in some Wink of Stella. I know that's probably hard to see, but I've kind of coated that over our leaves and our flowers on the front and inside the card as well. So let's start with our trimmer. I am going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer here, and I have my arm opened up. We're going to do some scoring on our base. So I'm going to score at the 1/2 inch, and I'm going to do it on the right hand side just because I can see that real quick. I'll bring my blade out of the way. I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to score it at 4. Let me just line this up. 4.5, and then 8. Okay, then we are done with our trimmer. I'm actually going to burnish all of these score lines. Which hopefully will make it a little bit easier for you to see. Okay, so you can see here's that 1/2 inch mark, and that is going to fold in. This is going to create our shadow box here. So this is where I'm going to actually cut my rectangle. So I'm using the 3rd largest rectangle stitch shape, and I'm going to run this through the Big Shot and make that window for us. Okay, so let me grab our Big Shot. And I have my magnetic platform in there. We're going to use one cutting plate. We're going to lay that in, and then I'm going to kind of just pay attention to the top and bottom. I want, you know, kind of the same spacing for the rectangle. And then we're going to put our other plate on and run that through. You know what? I think I'm going to run that through again. I just want to make sure it comes out nicely. And then you can keep your rectangle here. See, sometimes I get a couple spots. Let me grab my scissors. I'm just going to help it along because I want a nice crisp edge. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now you can see our beautiful little window here. Alright, so let me go ahead and move that aside. You know what, I do think I forgot to bring over another panel of lemon lime twist. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of hold this into place, and I'm going to grab myself a pencil, and I'm just going to kind of make a mark, a light mark, so I know where my inside white panel can set. And I could actually even do that onto the white. Maybe I will do that. That might make more sense and be easier for you guys. Let me just make a mark. We can erase that later, but at least then you'll know where to, you know, keep your stamping within those lines. Alright, so let's do some of our stamping. I am going to bring in our swirly frame. This is the large one. And I have my Memento black here. I'm going to ink this up. I think that's pretty good. Alright, and I'm going to do my best now to line this up. Again, I'm kind of paying attention to the top and the sides to get it as straight as possible. Just give that a nice press. Awesome. Okay. Alright, now we have this lovely floral piece from the Beauty Abounds. We're going to ink that up as well. Just want to make sure I get a nice, good image. And we are going to stamp one of those right here. Gorgeous. Let me grab my butterfly. Whoa, throwing stamps around here. Let's ink up that beautiful butterfly, and we're going to stamp that there as well. And then we also have the sentiment for you. So I'm using 3 sentiments on today's card, and we're going to do the for you in here as well. Okay. Alright, so now let's set that one aside. We're going to bring in our other Whisper White layer, and let me put a piece of grid paper behind here. Now this is going to be the left inside piece of our card. So let me grab my Mango Melody. We're going to stamp the sentiment. It's a million little things on the left hand side. So we'll ink that up, and we'll put that kind of in the center. We're going to get our butterfly again. We're going to put that there as well. And then we have this nice background image. It's a bunch of little, kind of like a paint splatter almost. I am going to grab the Mango Melody ink, and we're just going to fill those corners. So I'm doing full strength, and then I'm kind of stamping off again around it. So full strength off to the sides, kind of filling it in. I'll just move that block for myself. Okay, and now we can go to our front panel. So we're done with our grid paper here. Now we can get our smaller Whisper White. We're going to ink up that same flourish, that long, beautiful image again. And I'm going to stamp it now on this side. Give that a nice press. And then we're going to do our friendship isn't one big thing. So our other sentiment. And we're going to stamp that right there as well. Okay, now we can do a little bit of coloring with our blends. So I'm going to bring in, let's start with our light granny apple. We're going to do all of our leaves with the granny apple and then all of our flowers with the light pumpkin pie. And I'll probably speed this up for you guys. If you are doing this on a white surface, you would want to put something behind your layer because the blends do bleed through. There is our coloring. Let's bring in our wink of Stella here. Subtle hint, and it does show beautifully in the card. I think I'll add a little even to my butterfly. Okay, so let's go ahead now and assemble our card. So I'm going to bring back in here my base. I'm going to grab my adhesive. I'm going to add adhesive there. Okay, we're going to place this right in our card here. Okay, just like that. You can now come back, and if you have any little pencil mark, you can just take those right out. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take some tear and tape, which I thought I had here on my desk. Where is it? Yes, it's right here. And we're going to put tear and tape down this 1/2 inch score. I'll give that a nice press. And then we'll peel that back. Okay, and then what we can do is just lay this flat, and then I'm just going to bend that right in. Okay, and there's your little shadow box. Okay, now you can see here that this is short for the front of the card. So this is where you need an extra piece of the lemon lime twist. This is cut 4 by 5.5, and I am just going to add adhesive all over this side. Uh-oh, what is going on here? Yikes. What is happening with my... Let me find my snail. Okay, let's just use our snail here. Alright. And then we are going to line this up. And now you have the front of your card. Okay, so now in here, to hide this pieced together portion, we are going to use our other layer. Okay, so we're going to stick that in there. See how that pretties it up? Looks beautiful. Alright, now let's bring in our other layers. These are the front, so we're going to adhere our Whisper White sentiment to our basic black. Just like that. we're going to take our Mango Melody, put adhesive all over that. And we can make sure, trying to make sure I'm straight here. That looks pretty good. Now let's add some more adhesive here. And then we can lay that on the front. Just make sure that looks straight. Okay, and that completes the shadow box. Let me just grab my envelope. Oh, I did have one here. Where did I put it? And we're just going to do the same thing to the envelope. We're going to stamp our long floral image, color it, add some Wink of Stella, and then you will be good to go. Alright, and that completes our shadow box card. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. You will find a full supply list of all the products used in the description, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.